And of course, as we begin, we are in the studio, and you having been here really from the get go, it was you and me in the early test season, the early 3022.
Yeah.
Um, Olaf Krieg really wasn't even much involved in that very early, the 4, 5, 6 weeks that we did the season that didn't happen,
Yeah.
the virtual season. But one thing you can notice, of course, is over time the studio has gotten a little bit bigger. It's gotten a little bit more built up, a little more technology. There's better equipment. There's more equipment. We have something closer to a more modern professional studio versus something that looked like it could have been run out of the back of a large van in the early days. And of course, Olaf is there. He's wearing his normal black suit, and the way I usually describe it is, I'm sure you're familiar with the New York Yankees pinstripes.
Yeah.
So he's got his black suit, but instead of like a gray or slightly less black pinstripe, he's got actually a faintly teal pinstripe coloring going on. And on his left collar, he's got a lapel pin, and it's the Golden Suns logo. And it's probably getting obvious at this point that he swaps them out between interviews to show a little bit of solidarity for whoever he's interviewing. But of course, he's also got to try to remain somewhat impartial. And of course, the lights dim. He gets the sign from the producers and whatnot. And he says, "And we're back. Welcome, friends and Mech fans alike. Before we get too crazy, please allow me to make a very brief, contractually obligated message. In conjunction with the media of the Krieg Dominion, supported by the Solaris Broadcasting Corporation and the Donegal Media Group, I am Olaf Krieg, and this is the triple. Wow, I almost screwed that up. The Triple Press. That's right, every week we're here with all your mech news, interviews with pilots, techs, managers, and more, bringing you since 3022 the finest in combat sports entertainment. With only 2 matches remaining for the opening week of the 3025 season, we've already seen some great fights and even a match that didn't go as I had thought it might. Of course, we won't let that get us down. In fact, we are excited to see this next matchup, if for no other reason than because it is the debut moment for one of the 2 expansion teams. That's right, fans. Our next event involves the brand new Terran-based team, the Rock City Wolverines, taking on the defending champions, the Davion Golden Suns. Joining me tonight is, of course, the one and only Countess Skylar Hawken Davion, owner and manager of the Golden Suns, and a member herself of the Davion royal family. Skylar, my lady, I wonder, as always, to see you again.
Olaf, it's always good to be here. And look at the studio. Definitely spruce things up around here a bit.
Well, when they open the budget up, we turned the faucet on, and we've got a little bit more water coming through this time. Got rid of some of those
Yes.
those plugs. So how's the off season been treating you and your team?
Well, the off season has been good for the Golden Suns. Of course, we are the defending champions from the last season, and looking to repeat here against a new team coming up. See if this is going to be some new competition that we should worry about, or whether it is going to be some more fodder that the Dragonborn can
Ooh,
fight
wow. We're
against.
we're like 2 minutes in, and we've already got shots fired against the other teams. All right.
Well, there's lots of shots being fired. As you know, my home planet of Quentin was, a couple years ago invaded by House Karita, and that put a lot of strain on the family and everything. And of course, I try not to let that spill over too much into the trios league, but we always have to put the Karitan team in their place. So looking forward to eventually meeting them later in the season.
Well, it's actually funny because my first question, in fact, was something along those lines. We're starting our 4th consecutive season of the league, and it's my understanding that you have something of a message or a statement to make regarding what happened on your home world. I believe, well, you said just a second ago, it was a couple years ago, so I'm assuming it was 3023. This is, of course, something that the most of the rest of the inner sphere has not really been privy to up until only a few weeks ago or so. But please, this is your moment, I guess. Can we get him a soapbox to stand on?
No soapbox necessary. I'm a Davian. My voice carries well enough without having to stand on a soapbox. But yes, unfortunately, the House Karita, did invade my home planet, when one of the border planets, between the federated Federated Sons and the Draconis Combine. And of course, the House Karita had to stoop so low as to hire, mercenaries to be able to, defeat the armed forces of the Federated Sons. But it was a rough few months there. We were eventually able to drive them off the planet, as would be expected. They're not the most competent military force, but
Mm,
again, as
mm.
I've said, that's something for the home planets. We of course are here on Solaris, and this is all about the games. But as that does spill over into the matches sometimes. The political upheaval, and I do have a message that I personally want to make. That again, we will stop at nothing to crush the Dragonborn team this season. That is being called out very beginning of the season. You
Interesting.
know,
Interesting.
even if it sacrifices us having a chance at the playoffs in the postseason, we want to absolutely crush the Dragonborn. That is our number one goal for this season.
Well, I almost feel like we should just end the interview there and go into the match. But I do have a few more questions. They pay me to ask. They don't pay me by the word, but they do ask that I make a few questions and some statements from time to time. You mentioned a few changes in the political landscape around Quentin, but of course, across the entire inner sphere, we've had some major changes. We had the FedCom Accords that were signed a few years ago. The Concord of Captain was only ratified late last year, which basically puts Kurita, Liao, and Merrick standing up against what some consider the Davions and the Steiners becoming a massive economic powerhouse. Uh, what sort of impact do you think all of this is going to have on the games here on Solaris and in our league? Excuse me, in our league in particular. Do you see, for instance, your rivalry? You just called them out, so perhaps your rivalry with the Dragonborn will be escalating. But what about the Merricks, who have time and time again proven to be a powerful nuisance despite your own successes?
Yes, and it's funny how that shapes up because it's almost an exact alignment of the political landscape with the team dynamics of the trios league. As the fans are well aware, we have a strong rivalry with the Dragonborn, the team representing the Koreans, but obviously we also have arguably maybe even a bigger rivalry with the Industrials, because the Dragonborn are not always up to the task of standing up against the Davians. But the Industrialists, yeah, we definitely have seen plenty of them throughout the season and postseasons. And of course, you'll remember a few years ago the horrible upset victory of the Spirits against the Golden Suns. With some help from some corrupt officials, but that's neither here nor there. And um, it does create some interesting already, as I said, established rivalries with those teams, but also new opportunities for us to perhaps find some common ground with the Lyran team.
Well, to say that the Golden Suns and the Debutantes might just form some sort of alliance, ironically mirroring real world politics, to stand up against the Spirits, the Industrialists, and the Dragonborn, that's, I gotta tell you, Countess, that's a bit of a stretch, but also, as you said, and many others have as well, this is Solaris, and one can argue incredibly easily anything goes. Uh, Now, tonight you're facing a brand new expansion team, of which there are two to this season, and apparently more on the way, with the expectation of those newer teams joining as early as the next season, 3026. Which teams are you most looking forward to facing again, whether for the experience or perhaps just one more chance to gloat over your fallen opponents? And which teams are you less excited to see on the other side of the field?
Well, of course, as we already mentioned, the Dragonborn, the Industrialists, and the Spirits are all teams that the Golden Suns are itching to have another go at. But yes, we also want to face against against some of the newer teams, the Rock City team, and of course the Davians also have a lesser known rivalry, but we also have a rivalry with the Turian Concordian. So of course the Nationals are up there on our shall we say our list of opponents that we want to face.
And are there any teams that you're not looking forward to facing?
No, the Davions always rise to the challenge. Again, it might be awkward, just from current political landscape to face the Lyrian team. But again, this is Solaris. We're ultimately here to put on a good show for the fans. So that one might not be the heat might not be as dialed up on that match as it is some other matches, but we definitely, I think, both teams would want to show what we could accomplish against each other, and highlight how well each of our teams perform on the field.
Well, if those teams have anything in common with the actual militaries, it would be an interesting exchange between professional military and what some would argue to call social leadership. I digress. Perhaps that's just my opinion. I'm just a poor farm boy from Rosselhag. I don't know what I'm talking about. But there you go, my friends, and with mech fans alike. The Countess has spoken, and I'm getting word that the match is literally seconds away from beginning. So let's all direct our attention to the half dozen mechs and pilots coming out now, and let's see which team will prove to be the better in tonight's matchup. Join us after the show, by the way, for a brief look into the events of the 3023 season and some of the actions and decisions that were later revealed to actually have been unjustified and what was done to rectify the situation. But first, let's watch some heavy metal thunder and see how many missiles it takes to make a mech go pop. All right, so let me go ahead and switch over to this screen. Then we got to get that screen up. All right. Okay, so I will tell James that to expect an easy match against you because you won't go as hard against him as you will some of the other teams. I'm sure he'll love that.
Yeah.
All right, so the first thing we got to do is some experience points update. So basically, every pilot and every tech gets 1 point every single week. So let me go ahead and add that in now. Start with the Wolverines. Then we do the Davions. And 8, 6, 1, and 10. All right, and now after that, we have sponsorships for this week. So you have starting at the beginning of the last season, you had +2 wealth each week for a win. And that sponsorship is ending. So you have the choice of either well, you can actually do a little bit above. Anyway, you could choose whether or not to attempt to retain that sponsorship or let it end and seek a different sponsorship.
I think I'll try to retain the sponsorship.
All right, and you are on the server, so go ahead and do the old slash roll 2d6. On an 8 or better, you'll keep it. On an 11 or better, ooh, just short. Okay.
Yep, just short.
All right, so that will, let me just update when that starts and ends. So that's going to start 3025 and end start 3029. And as I've mentioned to other players in previous videos, after this season, we're going to jump a few more years. We're going to go to 3029. Basically, the bulk of the Fourth Succession War is fought in that year. And in, well, I'll just say in a dark sort of celebration of that, the League will do something similar. But more on that later. All right, the Wolverines don't even have a sponsorship, so let's go ahead and see what they can pick up for their first year. 2d6, and I need to pull up the rules real fast so I can remember what's what here. Page 18, where is view? Navigation pane, there we go. Page 18, scrolling like crazy. All right, let's see. Nope, that's not. Shit, sponsorships, where is, there it is. Okay. Total of 9. That means, I believe that's just no modifiers on the next roll. Double checking. Oh no, actually it's a +1. No, it is no modifiers. So they do get a sponsor. Now I roll 3d6 to see what they get. We have a total of 8, and that is +1 fan each week if they win. Not a bad one to have.
A lot of fans watching on Old Terra.
Well, when you have a team representing the cradle of humanity, there's going to be a lot of people invested, I think. That will start 30-25, and that will end on start 30-29. All right, so we've done that. Let's do midweek events. Get that back up. Go up here. Now you selected for your MWE this week. Pull up my notes. Training and recruiting. So go ahead and make your 2d6 roll there.
All right. Total of 8.
All right, and for training, that means +1 experience point to all pilots and techs except those injured. So all your techs and pilots will get an additional experience point. A smart or wise move is to always do training every week. In case anybody's out there watching that doesn't know what I'm talking about. Because it's basically free XP.
Yep.
Okay, now recruiting. You have a +2 to your recruiting roll.
All right.
Go ahead and make that 2d6, and we'll have to manually add the 2 on that. Well, it doesn't matter. You got, yeah, nice. Let me see what the rule says. I think there's a special kicker in there. What's the difference here? Oh, you get a pilot and technician.
All right.
All right, so for your pilot, first thing you're going to do is you're going to roll 1d6 and then roll it twice total. The first time will be skill level. The second time will be experience points starting out.
Okay. 1d6.
All right, 2 is a green pilot.
Yeah.
And then the experience points. 1.
Oh, 1.
So you got basically you've got a freshly trained internship completed pilot here.
This guy is fresh out of the academy.
Oh yeah. So 5, 6, 2 edge, no tactics, 1 experience point, tier 1. Ready, turning next week, whatever. And then you also have a tech, so you're going to do the same thing again. 1d6 for skill level, 1d6 for starting experience points.
All right.
5. That is a. Let me double check. Yep, that's a regular tech. And then one more time for experience points.
2.
All right. Tech. Need a name. I'll generate a name later.
Yeah, that's fine.
2 edge. Experience points. How many points did you say? 2. Tier 1. Salary 0. Weeks unpaid 0. Let me make that bold and then do the same thing here so I don't miss it. All right. And for the Wolverines, they also have elected to train. And they got a total of 4, which is no result. So no training for them. They were out there doing their drills and everything, but just, no new innovations, nothing stuck. All right. Having done that, we now need your gather intelligence. So that'll be a 2d6 as well. And a roll of a 7 gives you pilots and skill levels. So basically what you're looking at is 1 veteran pilot and 2 regular pilots on the opposing team. Do you want to make any changes? I'm assuming no.
No.
Okay. All right. In that case, let me go ahead and load the unit list. This is usually where we lose you, so if we have to reload you, then we just have to reload you. But I see you're still on there. Do you see all 6 mechs?
Yep, I see all 6 mechs.
All right, let me go ahead and give you your 3. And then once I do that, go ahead and take a moment to verify. Wow, you've got a big fucking battle value advantage.
Yeah.
And 35 tons as well. But yeah, go ahead and verify all the gunnery scores, initiative bonus, and edge numbers are correct. They should be, but of course I'm human. I'm prone to make mistakes just like anyone else.
Yep, just double checking. Let's see. Oh, I just click on the wrong thing. Yep, all looks good.
Alrighty, you are the home team, so that gives you the choice, or excuse me, the choice of which side or corner you want to deploy from, and I will automatically take the opposite.
Let's choose the south
All
side.
right, and I will take the north. And when you are otherwise satisfied, go ahead and click done, and I will follow suit. We'll get
All
started.
right.
And we are off and into our first match, or excuse me, first round of the match. Of course, you'll see question marks because of the double blind setup. But again, I want to point out I have 3655 battle value, and you've got 6282. So let's call that, oh, Jesus, that's like 3,400. No, 2,800 points or something. I don't know. Math is kicking my ass. I'm not going to count anymore. All right, let's see what we've got over here. I actually kind of like that spot right here. This guy. Oh, I guess I'm going to deploy all my guys up at once. Okay. And then put there.
Hmm.
I'm already getting bad feelings about my GM expansion team here. Not doing well in his first match, and not because just because of the tonnage difference. You went with two heavies and I went with two mediums. Now I'm just like, should have thought that one through a little bit better. But also, I don't have two heavies to field, so
Yeah.
kind of limited until I get this team a little bit more money. All right, looks like you've got all of the initiative as well. That's, oh, this is gonna be rough for this new team. Uh, 10 rounds. Let's see how many mechs are still standing at the end. I feel like the Wolverines are not gonna have a good showing tonight. Like that's a big fucking gap to cover. You basically brought your A team, and the Wolverines are like, "This is the best I could do, man." Like this is my A team, but it's the
Yeah.
equivalent of a B team for you.
Yeah, pretty much because I didn't even bring my assault. One of any of my assaults this match.
Yeah, yeah. Facing that Atlas, Jesus Christ, that would have been scary. All right. Okay. You, all right. We'll go ahead and get my damage tally sheet ready. Get my pen ready because I'm pretty sure we've been marking some shit.
Okay. Hmm.
Side note, I think you and I are still the oh, look at that. Nothing hit. That's good.
Yeah, yeah.
You and I are still the record holders for longest match in the Brew Bowl seasons.
Are we really?
Yeah, I think I don't remember who it was, but I think somebody came close on the order of like 2 or 3 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
But we still have, because I think we're sitting at like, I'm gonna say something like 254 or 247, maybe it was that, but it was yeah, we've definitely got the upper hand on that one. Speaking of upper hands, fairly well mixed. You're moving your Marauder, and then I move my two P-Hawks, then you move the rest of your team, and I move my Quick Draw. So I'm not sure how to call that. Fairly well mixed turn order.
Yep. Hmm.
And of course, I'm getting text messages in the middle of. Oh, that one's not as important. So I've managed to get. I don't know. You can't see it, and I don't know if you've looked at any of the videos, but the little blocker bar at the bottom of the screen is actually pretty well shaped and sized to cover up all the unimportant shit and stuff we don't want people seeing, like IP addresses and stuff. But I can still put quite a bit of the map on the view for the match so people can see where all the mechs are.
Yep.
More or less. Whereas in the past, I feel like I had to kind of struggle with it a little bit. Anyway, let's see what we're going to do with these two P-Hawks because they're up next. Yeah, I'm just going to. Oh, shit. I didn't realize the quick draw was standing in fire. That's.
Yep. Set the woods on fire.
Yep. I just want to set the world on fire. Sorry, I've had that song in my head ever since a Celeste stream where we ended with a bunch of fire everywhere. Not even sure off the top of my head what caused it, but there was definitely flames everywhere. Let's go ahead and do that then. Oh no, I'm gonna generate 2 extra heat because I stood in the fire. Oh
Yeah.
no.
A ring of fire.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sorry, I had to get that on my
No,
system.
no, it's fine. I get it. I get it. I do the same dumb shit. Yep. Johnny Cash's lawyers will be contacting me shortly.
While I'm firing, my son is very excited. He just got a victory royale.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations, young man.
Yeah. All right.
My son has since yesterday, around this time in fact, has been wanting me to play No Man's Sky with him. I'm actually don't tell him I said this, but I'm actually kind of enjoying the game a little bit, except for the fact that I never got much into So when No Man's Sky got big, was around about the time that Elite Dangerous was big, and so I was much more an Elite Dangerous fan. You know, the whole it's Pepsi versus Coke, Android versus iPhone, No
Yep.
Man's Sky versus Elite Dangerous, and I was always more of an Elite Dangerous guy. And there's other elements about No Man's Sky that I just kind of didn't didn't enjoy as much because of my own beliefs on what it should look like, what a game of that type should look like, and I don't know, it's actually not half bad. Still got some wiggle parts that I really don't like, but
Yeah.
all right. Looks like I gotta mark some damages here. Jenner, internal structure already, but that's what Jenners do. I think
That's
we've
what Jenners
discussed.
do.
I think I even said that the other day in the Merrick match. Phoenix Hawk taking some damages. Which one is that? That's Phoenix Hawk number 2. Light damage. Looks like Phoenix Hawk number 2 is taking more damage, and unfortunate that that's the only thing I was really able to accomplish. Did my Oh, there's a quick draw LRM10 that missed. Okay. So one Phoenix Hawk missed, the other one hit, and my quick draw missed. Okay. All right, I'm good. I thought I missed something there, so Phoenix Hawk is taking a bit of a beating. Heat is manageable. That Black Knight got super hot. Well, I don't know if that's really super hot for a mech that doesn't really carry ammo.
Yeah.
Oh, I lose initiative yet again.
Yep. It's that tactics coming into
No,
play
it
here.
really is because, of course, the Wolverines being a brand new team, brand new pilots and everything, they don't have any of that special shit. Uh, that there, there. This is probably not the most tactically sound or strategically sound option, but I feel like forcing you to come to me might be in my favor. I don't know. It's questionable. I'll say that. Especially if I keep losing an initiative. There's been some very interesting moments, and I'm kind of saying this because I want to discuss it, but I can't do too much because I don't want to spoiler it too much. But also like, oh, shit. Uh, but also to like hype up some of the other videos. But there have been a couple of interesting moments in the last few matches of this week. In particular, the Dragonborn and the Spirits when a mech was literally shoved, well, charged off the map. Uh, in yesterday's match, there was a mech that charged, and the charge itself killed the mech. Not the targeted mech, the charging mech.
Yep.
So if you haven't seen that, you're missing some good shit. I mean, wasn't really good for me, but let's see. Um, it's incredibly unfortunate. Okay. Um. Oh, that is not as much of a problem as I thought it would be. Okay, that's fine. You do that, and I'm gonna do this. Then. All right. All right, let's see what we've got. Uh-oh, quick draws losing critical slots. That is problem. Oh, those goddamn PPCs. That's how.
Yep. Those dual PPCs
And they
from the
both hit the
Marauder
same
both hit the right
spot.
torso.
That was a well placed shot. Who is that pilot that we now need to assassinate? Susarla. Get out of
Yep.
here, lady. I don't know. She might not be a lady. It might be a dude, but let's
No, it's a
see.
lady, but anyway, go ahead. Continue. I don't
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to
yeah,
interrupt.
yeah, yeah. Oh shit! I lost a whole ass arm.
Yep. I was gonna say it gets
Ah,
worse.
oh man. Oh, but we
Yep.
did fuck up that Jenner a little bit. Left arm destroyed on the Jenner, so he's up
Yep.
to heavy now. I don't see anything else. It looks like you focused my quick draw, and I focused your
Yeah.
Black Knight and the
But if you
Jenner.
notice here, the Black Knight
He did
fell
fall over.
and it fell on the head, but re-rolled with
Yep, yep. So Pritha is losing edge, but otherwise they are fine.
Yeah.
Uh, not good for me. Not bad for you. You are bumped up in heat, but you've got some mechs that it doesn't matter as much. 84% to 92%. Not in my favor, I should add. And
Yeah. That.
Your Jenner is moving last. That is also a fucking huge problem for me. But that Jenner should be kind of hot right now, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe that'll help out.
Yep.
The kick to the back of the head did not help. I can tell you that. Oh shit! Did I lose heat sinks? I mean, not heat sinks.
You
Jump
did with
jets.
the quick draw or jump jets. Yeah, jump jets with the quick draw. Yep.
I just noticed it has a. God damn it. Okay, well that's a problem. That's a big friggin' problem.
The quick draw is one of those mechs that there's not a whole lot of heavy mechs that have jump jets, and I think a lot of people undersell the quick draw on its maneuverability, especially with those jump jets.
Oh,
So
I agree to a point. I think the quick draw is actually overall not a bad mech. Period.
mm,
I won't say it's a great mech, but it's not a bad mech at all.
yep.
I would have personally, I would have liked those two rear-mounted lasers pointed forward, but I feel like that might be a that might be a personal choice than much else.
Ganging up on that black draw. Or Black Knight, I mean, but
Nice, the
the black
black
draw.
draw.
The
That's
black
nice.
draw.
Well, I didn't have. I wanted
Because we were
so.
talking about the
I'll,
quick draw and
yeah, I'll give you a quick rundown on my thought process. It was one, I wanted to get away from that Jenner, and I felt like I knew my Phoenix Hawks could out jump him, and I thought my quick draw could at least reposition to be less exposed on the rear. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to, so I had to run it. And it just so happened that it also coincided with being able to put all my effort on your Black Knight here.
Yep.
So I had that going for me, I suppose. Whether or not it pays off here in a moment, we'll see. But okay, I guess that was all I could do with that back. All right, whatever. Also, I figure if I'm going to go down soon, I want to try to get as much points as I can, and getting a single point for a Jenner kill is not as entertaining as getting 3 points for a Black Knight kill.
Yep.
Although I'm definitely going to have to work hard for it. Because technically that quick draw is already crippled according to Mega Mech. Not so much by our rules,
Yeah.
but that mech is in bad shape right now. Oh, Black Knight took a head hit, re-rolled it, no edge remaining. Let me hit the head one more time. One more time, that's all I need. All right, Black Knight, light damage. Quick draw is taking some hits. Black Knight takes a few more hits. Those crit-seeking machine guns aren't hitting shit, though. Jenner shoots an SRM at the quick draw. He's still fine. Marauder misses. A couple of PSRs are made. We're good. Now we move into the slap fight phase.
Yep.
I really did debate of whether or not I was going to try to punch with that second Phoenix Hawk. But with the fact that he's got all arm-mounted weapons, I was like, no. I'd rather try to hit with 2 lasers and 2 machine guns than try to hit with 2 arms. Although I might have been able to do more damage. I don't know. Potential damage, I should say. Not what I actually did. All right. Black Knight taking internal damage. Bumps him up to moderate. Phoenix Hawk 2 is already marked for light damage. PSRs are made, but everybody's still standing. Your heat is running a little bit high. Mine is mostly manageable.
Yeah, but it's the Black Knight. The Black Knight always runs
Oh,
hot.
yeah. Yeah. Yep. P-Hawk 2, Quick Draw, Marauder, Black Knight, P-Hawk 1, and Jenner again going last. That is very fucking annoying, let me tell you. Oh, man. A jump. Just stay there, maybe? Can't really get anywhere else. Marauder is moving up using the trees as cover. Intelligent, intelligent. See what's on that Marauder besides a couple of very annoying PPCs. I don't remember off the top of my head. Medium laser, large laser. So PPCs until in range, and then it just pummels you with lasers.
Yep.
Ah, God.
Yeah, that's the Davion variant, so it
Yeah.
doesn't have
I'm
ammo.
actually I'm surprised it doesn't have an autocannon. A bigger autocannon, I should say. Because that's
It's
usually
weird though, because
that's the
yeah,
Davion way.
if the Davions don't have autocannons, it's all
Yeah, that's true. That is true. The stock Marauder comes with an AC5. Get that shit out of there. Put an AC20 on there.
lasers.
Hell, put
Yeah,
two.
that's right.
You know
Yes,
who else
okay,
uses autocannons a lot too, if I'm not mistaken, is the Merrics, but they tend to be a little bit on the lighter side. Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, basically there was no place that I could move the Black Knight with how hot it's running that your Phoenix Hawk couldn't potentially get behind it. So do you expose the Phoenix Hawk to the Marauder?
No, good God, no. I'm just trying to figure out where to put them.
If it was a Jenner, I would.
Oh, if the Marauder was over there? Oh, you're saying sacrifice the Jenner?
Sacrifice the
Yeah,
Phoenix Hawk,
because
move it into the rear arc of the Black Knight. But yeah, basically it gets, the Marauder gets the
speaking
rear arc
of,
on the Phoenix Hawk.
you
That's
know
what I'm
what?
saying.
You
If
know
it was
what?
a
I got it.
Jenner, I would.
Here you go.
Oh,
Here,
jeez.
take that. Take that, you son of a bitch.
You got me. You got me, folks.
I mean, I can't do a whole lot because I'm gonna be too damn hot to run everything I want, but I can still get back there and scare the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Or I could just let myself get super hot and hope for the numbers to fall in my favor.
Yep.
Let's see. What are we looking at here? Oof.
Let's see what to do.
Apparently, I lost my SRM4 ammo, but it didn't trigger an ammo explosion. I wonder if they just. Hold on, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, I lost the ammo when the torso fell
Yeah, when
off.
the torso
That's what it
went.
was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, how? And I didn't think about losing locations like that. All right, whatever. Oh, all right. Let's see what we got. Jenner takes a hit in the center torso.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have used the large legs. Right leg armor destroyed on the quick draw. Black Knight takes a laser. Black Knight obliterates a hip. Bastard. Looks like some edge got re-rolled in there. The quick draw is already at heavy because so I don't need to update that.
Wow.
The
Yeah.
Marauder, on the other hand. Let's see. Phoenix Hawk hits with a machine gun. Re-rolls, edge, something, center torso rear. And then that's it. But the Marauder has taken damage, so you'll at least have to pay for that.
Yeah.
Quick draw, loses a leg, falls over and oh my god, engine hit. Pilot takes a hit. That mech is now crippled, by the way. So where is that? Right there. Is
Yep, that
problem.
was a rough round for the quick draw.
Yes, it was.
Are you going to keep it in the match?
Probably be pulling it. There's no point. Well, yeah, because he's got a busted gyro.
Oh my
Or
goodness.
no, it might not be, but oh fuck me, I missed a kick and fell over. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. All right, whatever. No, I'll probably be ejecting that quick draw just because hip.
Ooh, that Jenner has gone last
That's
every
like
round.
4 rounds in a row at least. He's gone first, or I mean last.
Last, yeah. Man.
Anyway, yeah, that quick draw is probably going to be dropping out here shortly. This Phoenix Hawk is a bit banged up, more than I like.
That's funny. The one that's on the ground is relatively untouched. Actually, I think it
Yeah,
might
I think the only
only
damage
taken
he's taken.
damage
Oh,
from
I
the
forgot to mark
fall.
that. Yeah, I think that is his only damage from when he fell over because why? Because he missed a kick.
I'm picturing like you how you have like a kid that like in soccer goes to kick like the soccer
Oh
ball like
yeah,
really
yeah,
enthusiastically and just like completely
totally.
misses and
Yeah,
it just
totally whiffs the ball, and then
and then
the
falls
leg
over.
momentum just causes him to fall over. That's exactly what happened, except it's at a 50 or 45 ton level.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I'm gonna end up with a Jenner on the ass of that Phoenix Hawk. Who was it that shot the quick draw last? Was it the Jenner or was it the
Uh,
Black
I
Knight?
think it was the Black Knight because it was medium lasers. Although the yeah they all got medium lasers. So
Yeah.
we'll have to go back and
Um,
review that.
I'm looking at it right now. It was actually the Jenner that destroyed the leg.
Oh, the leg. That's what caused it. Yep, that's right.
Let me double
Because I
check.
know I
Let me double
remember there were
check where.
criticals on the yeah,
Yep.
but definitely the leg
Jenner
is what.
medium laser destroyed the right leg, and then of course he fell over, and that's when he took the engine hit. Is when he fell over. So that kill when I eject that mech will go to the Jenner pilot. Get up.
Which is Suzuki.
Okay. Um, and then this guy, he's just gonna surrender. There's no freaking point. So no matter what happens, that quick draw is done. So we go ahead and mark the kill credit for the Jenner pilot Suzuki. And it is now your turn to continue to fuck with my team. I shouldn't say it like that. I'm fucking with my team. I've probably made a couple of not so great tactical charge. Yeah, a charge. Impressive. I mean, I can't blame you. I can't blame you. It's a valid tactic, especially in this case because you get that extra level of fall damage. And honestly, I shouldn't even be fucking surprised. And I can't. I don't think I can do 20 points of damage to offset it without blowing up my own heat sinks. And even then, it's questionable. Let me think. 8, 6, 14. 4. No, I don't think I can. I don't think I can generate 20 points of damage, except in the melee phase. And of course, the Jenner gets the free rear arc shot. I hate you, Bo. I fucking hate you, man. I brought this on myself, though. That's the problem. This is a bad call on my part. I should not have fucking pushed a damn Marauder. Not with a Phoenix Hawk. All right, do your thing. Black Knight internal structure. Black Knight taking critical hit slots.
Yep, on the foot.
Let's see. Marauder internal damage on the P-Hawk 1. Jenner gets some damages on the backside of the Phoenix Hawk, but it doesn't make much difference. I think Phoenix Hawk 2. Nope. Moderate damage there. Wait a minute. Did I mark the wrong? No, we're good. We're good. And the Marauder, 3 out of 5 weapon systems. Of course, the 2 medium lasers are the ones that don't hit. So I do piddling damage. 8 plus 4. I did 12 damage instead of, yeah, you know, math.
What's interesting at the bottom here, the Black Knight just barely made the piloting
Yep.
roll because of
Yep.
the damage to the foot while doing a charge.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're just gonna have to eat this charge. That's what I'm getting out of this. All right. What are we looking at here? Black Knight gets kicked. The Marauder gets kicked. The Phoenix Hawk gets. Oh wait, I'm reading that wrong. Oh, the Marauder kicks the Phoenix Hawk. The Black Knight charges. It needs a 2 and rolls a 2.
Rolls a 2. Yeah, yeah. That's what.
Wow.
Yeah, because when
That
I
Black
did
Knight
it, it said
pilot
I had
might
a
want to.
100% chance to succeed. So I'm like, I'll do it.
Yeah, that Black Knight pilot might want to just go ahead and calm down for a little bit, though. His luck is running really low.
Yeah.
Phoenix Hawk 2 losing criticals. And Mikhail Hennessy, 1 hit.
Yep. Falls on rear. Critical damage.
And the Black
to
Knight
jump
managed to
jet.
stay standing.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah.
My P-Hawk that is standing is running stupid hot right now. And the initiative continues to run more or less against me.
Yep, that Jenner going last again, and they only have a +2 on the tactic, so it's not like it's a huge bonus that it's going to
No,
pick
but
up.
it
It's just
is.
rolling really well.
Yeah, but it is a +2 compared to basically not all of them, but essentially everybody else is +0.
Yeah,
And so, yeah, with 1 good roll and against an even moderate roll, you still have the advantage there. Gotta figure out where the hell did your Marauder just go?
just backed up.
Okay. Let's see. No, really? Really? Yes. Inexperienced pilots, man. Let me tell you. Uh, oh no, that's not what I wanted. I didn't want to do that. Hit up. No. Right now, there's a groundskeeper sitting off to the side of the battlefield, moderately irritated that part of this field that he maintains is on fire.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I forgot I still have a pilot on the board. Oh, I should be moving him off the edge of the map, and I didn't even think about that. That's right. Show off how bad you are at piloting. God damn it, foe. I should have seen that coming, to be honest, but god damn it. Okay, let me see what we got here.
It's like a Mech Warrior Online match.
Yeah, it
Just stay
really
in the rear
is.
arc.
It really, really is. All right. Let's see how much longer I have left in this fight. Because I'm pretty sure you take out either one of those two Peahawks, and that is going to be
Yeah.
it.
I'll just add the small laser in the head for insult.
Yeah, that's man. If ever there was a crit-seeking weapon, that has to be it. Uh oh.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Black Knight taking some internal structure law or I already got a marker for heavy, but that's
Yep.
definitely gonna mess his day up.
Critical. Yep. Critical on the PPC and critical
Oh
on the
man,
shoulder. Medium laser.
the
Machine
Phoenix.
gun finally found that critical.
Yep. And speaking of machine guns, 1 out of 2 hits the backside of the Marauder, but it chips away at the leg. Not really helpful for me. P-Hawk 2 is losing internal structure. I've already got them marked all the way up. Black Knight hitting with fucking everything.
Everything. Yep.
Jesus. Well, you needed 4s, that's why. Well, it never works for me in that favor. Losing the right arm, left torso, rear, not far behind. A critical on the foot. Oh, Jesus. P-Hawk 2 is pretty
Critical
much.
on the jump jets. Yep. Critical on the center
He's
torso, but
just
no
about done
effect.
for. He's still
Yep.
standing, though.
Yep. Hanging in there.
Yeah, by a single piece of myomer thread, I think.
Here comes the double kicks.
Oh yeah, that P-Hawk is probably screwed. Right torso rear destroyed. Let me get back up here. Black Knight destroys the right leg on the Phoenix Hawk 2. He's officially crippled now. Just so I don't forget. The Jenner kills the right torso rear because the right leg was already gone. So that's
Yep.
the only way the Jenner can take out a whole section. Hennessy takes another damage point. It is up 2 hits total. Black Knight was kicked, but he's still standing. I want to see, what did my Phoenix Hawk do to your Marauder? Probably not much. Oh, I missed! I missed that kick. Rolled a 6 when I needed a 7.
Yep. Stayed standing.
Yeah.
Oh, really? No, no.
No, he did. It was
No.
2 that fell over.
Yeah, it was 2 that fell over. Yep.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah, because of the leg. Yep.
I will be ejecting that Phoenix Hawk. He's next to useless now. And that will probably end the match.
Yep. You're going first. I'm going left.
I'll be honest with you. I'm just going to call the match now. If you want to fight it out, I doubt I'm going to do anything effective. So, for all intents and purposes, unless you object, the Wolverines are, as a team, surrendering at this point.
No, that's fine. The Davions will, accept that surrender, and they'll show some, to the new team, they'll show some good sportsmanship, and probably go, pick up the ejected pilots, off the field, and,
help
yeah.
gather my body parts off the field.
Yeah, carry the pilots off the field, type thing.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do /defeat. You'll
All
need
right.
to enter /victory, and then we'll just click done to get all the way through the what you call it, all the way through the phase. I'm not gonna make any moves because, like I said, I was going to eject that mech, but I'm at 29%. As soon as I do, it's gonna end the match. So there's no real point to continuing. I might have gotten some critical slots in, but it would not have made any difference whatsoever. That's right. Oh, we have to click done through
The firing phase. Yeah.
and the melee and the heat. Team 2 has achieved all required victory conditions. Of course.
There was a lot of smoke on the
Yeah, and that's I've seen a lot. Yeah, that one hex of fire that spread into like two or three other hexes.
Yeah.
All right, let's start doing all the post match stuff. We have no mechs completely destroyed, so that's a good thing. So, of course, you win. So you will get 3 victory points, and I will get 1. Make sure I'm not missing anything. 1 roll, and then add up all victory points. And yep, so you get you defeated the heavy mech, so that's 3 points on top of that for a total of 6 for your team. And it looks like the final score is, just double checking, make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, it is indeed going to be a 6-1 final score. Next up is the fans. You will get +1 for. Let me pull up my rules. And this is on page 11. All right, and post match determining who won. We did that. Heavy mech is worth 3. It was not utterly destroyed. Fans +1 for the win. We did not have any melee kills. No mechs utterly destroyed. No DFAs, etc. So just +1 for your 2d6 roll on your fans.
All right.
See how many fans you gain or lose. So 6 + 1 is 7. I believe that's yep, correct. No change.
The change. Yep.
Which for you is not as bad as it could be for other teams.
Just what they expect from the Golden Sun.
Yeah, nobody was impressed, but nobody was offended. All right. The Wolverines will be doing a -1, however. Wow. That sucks.
The lowest
That's
absolute.
-3 fans, and we only start with 3 fans. So
yeah.
let me double check. No matter the results, at any time, a team cannot have less than 1 fan. So yeah, that's going to be -2 fans total. The Wolverines now have 1 fan. There is one person out there blowing their horn. I don't know. There's a word I can't think of. Anyways, wealth. So what we're doing now for determining who gets paid out, you take 2 teams' scores, you add them together, the winner gets that +10. 6 + 1 is 7, +10 is 17 wealth for the match itself. Which means the Wolverines will receive 7 wealth for the match. And now we do the draft. So this one is a new process for us. You scroll through the notes, or the rules rather, to get there. Where am I? Here we go. +1 for winning. You have no streaks, and you have no postseason or championship, so another 2d6 +1 to see how many people you need to draft away, or a quota, if you will.
I have no championships. I'm the defending champion.
Well, no, it's this is not a
From
postseason.
This point.
Yeah, this is not a postseason match or a championship match.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you need me to do?
2d6, and I'm gonna add 1 because you won.
Okay.
For a total of 5 + 1 is 6, which means no one is drafted from your team.
Okay.
So you got lucky and avoided the draft this week.
Phew.
2d6 for the Wolverines at a -1 for losing. 7 - 1 is 6. Also, no draft. So that's 2 teams. I think actually 4 at the moment that didn't have to draft. So no draft for you, and no draft for the Wolverines. All right, next up we have expenses, starting with maintenance. So let's look at your roster. Now you have grand total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mechs, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are being maintained. You had 3 in the field, so that's -3 for maintenance. You don't have any special whatchamacallits. Salaries. I would look at your salaries. So 2 wealth pays for all green and regular pilots and techs combined, and then +1 for every tier 2 individually. So 2, excuse me, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So your salaries rather are 8 wealth this week. Repair costs. Let's take a look at what your repair bill is going to be. That? There we go.
That Black Knight got roughed up.
Yeah, but you ended up with the Black Knight is a heavy with heavy damage. That is going to be 6. Your heavy with light is going to be just 8, or excuse me, 1 damage or 1 wealth. And a Jenner light with heavy is 3. That gives you a total of 10 for your repair bill. And now medical, you have none of your dudes got hit. So there's that. For the Jesus Christ, for the Wolverines, there we go. Brain just tried to shut down on me. They have a total of 6 mechs, and 3 went to the field, so that's -3. Them, their repair bill is going to be larger than yours, I'm sure. Quick draw, heavy, crippled is 8. Ouch. Medium with moderate is 3 for 11. And then the medium crippled is 6 for a total of 17. And I think they just officially went into the black on their monies. That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a big fucking problem. I'll deal with that in a moment.
I think that you mean that the other way around. When you're in the black, you're, positive. When you're in the red, you're negative.
Yeah, that's what I meant. They're gonna have problems
I knew what you
financially.
meant. Yeah,
They're gonna have
yeah.
problems financially. That's what I was really getting at. All right, so 2, 3, 4. So their salaries are actually pretty low, so that's gonna help them. Not a lot in the grand scheme of things, because they also got to do their medical. So 1 with 1 and 1 with 2. So that's 1 and 3 is 4 medical. All right. Time to update all of that, right? Medical, and then the repair rolls and experience points. I'll get to that in a second. All right. So, starting with the Davions, let's go ahead and update your sheet. Starting here. No changes in fans, so that doesn't change, but that block does. That's the secret roll block that we're not going to talk about right now. Match earnings was 17. You also get 15 from your fans. Medical was 0. You have +2 if you win each week from your sponsorship. So I need to actually change the name of that. Other. And that takes your current balance up to 58. Make sure I'm not missing anything here before I move on. Okay, now we do the Wolverines. Wolverines go down to 1 fan. They earned 7 for this match. 1 fan income. The repair bill is -17, and their medical is -4. That takes. Oh wow, they effectively lost 20 wealth in that match. Give me a quick second. I need to mute myself and let my son know something.
Sure.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No worries.
We updated finances and shit. So let's go to, if I'm not mistaken, repair rolls are next. So let's see. We'll start with your team, obviously. We have for your Marauder light damage, regular skill. That's going to be a 3+. I'm scribbling here, so give me just a moment, and I'll tell you what you need to do. For the Black Knight heavy with a regular tech, that is a 4+. And the light with heavy, or excuse me, the Jenner heavy damage with a regular is 4+. I think I just looked at that twice and didn't realize what I was doing. Anyway, all right, so you've got 3, 3, and 2. Okay, so you'll roll 1d6 for each of these repair rolls.
Okay.
You have the 1 basic roll, and then your edge equals a number of rerolls. So for your 2 of your technicians have 3 edge, the other one has 2. So basically, for your Marauder and Black Knight, you'll have a total of 4 chances to repair. For your Jenner, you'll have 3. So go ahead, starting with your Marauder, you'll need a 3+, and you could just copy and paste /roll 1d6. 3+ for the Marauder, and you got a 4, so it's fine.
Yep.
And then 4+ for the Black Knight. Good.
6, so that's good.
And a 4+ for the Jenner. One more time.
Oh.
One more time.
Oh.
Final time, I should say. Jenner not repaired.
No.
All right, let me go ahead and update. That's unfortunate. Jenner is heavy damaged and unrepaired.
That's okay. We could just buy a new one.
You really can. Uh, anyway, Jenner, heavy, and change that to red so I can see it right away. Okay. And now for the what you call it? We have a veteran working on a crippled, so that's going to be 4+. I'm running out of room to write next to things. All right. Phoenix Hawk is moderate damage with a green. That's also a 4+. And the other Phoenix Hawk is crippled with a regular. So that's a 5+. And I can't repair all three of them, so I got to figure out what I need to do real quick. What was the repair cost on that? So this is 8, 3, 6. If I do only 11, I mean I need to drop a bunch of money. I think in fact. Shit. I'm thinking over here, and I don't like these numbers, man. What if we do just -8? Give me one quick second here.
Sure.
Well, -1 is definitely better than -10 when it comes to finances. So we're going to repair just the quick draw, and the other two will have to wait. Figure out how best to come up with some more money. What's the word I'm going to use here? Oh, I just need a 4+. Okay. And I have a total of 3 attempts. 1d6, home, copy. And we got it. All right, so the quick draw is repaired, so that'll be helpful.
Yep.
Repaired, and then the 2 Phoenix Hawks are one's at moderate, one's at. Although I don't know how I came up with the money since I'm still in the negatives, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Let's see. One is at moderate. The other one is at crippled. I think next week the Wolverines will be doing some marketing efforts to come up with some extra cash here. All right, repairs are done. What's the next? Experience points. Your team, starting with your team, rather. Let's see. Pilots. So, Susarla gains 2 additional points. Where is she? Taking them up to 8. Tritha gets 2 additional points, taking them up to 6. And Suzuki gets 3, taking them up to 5. And then your 3 techs that were working on mechs, Alil, Botsaris, and Alfshauer, which is probably the coolest name on your team for your techs. Just because it fits the Davion.
Yep.
I guess that's more of a German name, but whatever. Anyways. And then for the Wolverines, 3 pilots. Man. He's up to 3. Kumar. Up to 4. Hennessy. Up to 5. Now, 2 of them are injured, and that is Kumar and Man. They'll be returning next week, regardless. Wait, hold on. 2 hits is how many days? 4 days, yeah. Okay, so they're good. Oops. Your pilots, rather. Unfortunately, this part of the process is a little dry for the viewer, but kind of crucial to everything. All right, I think we got through all of that. We got experience, we did repair rolls, we did all the other stuff. Now we can go ahead and switch back to the interview room. Hopefully oh, there he goes. OBS actually worked this time. All right. Yeah, so we come back into the interview room, and we've got Olaf, who is kind of got, something of a playful smirk on his face. Definitely enjoying the excitement of the Golden Suns winning again. And he says, "Well, look at that, Countess. Looks like your team once again proves why they are one of the top 4 or 5 teams in the league. Unfortunately for the Wolverines, who took a really hard hit there, several of them, in fact."
Yeah, it unfortunately, was mostly a one-sided contest, but the the Wolverines did fairly good in their debut. They definitely, got some good hits in. There's definitely a lot of potential there for that team. So I'm interested to see, where they go from here. Certainly financially, it's going to be tough to recover from that, and the repair bills are going to be high, I'm sure. But I'm really proud of the Golden Suns team, and the we didn't, as you said, bring our A game, this time. We didn't bring out the fan favorite, the Atlas. We're saving that, for one of the
Saving
matches
it for the
later.
Merricks. You
But
could say that. They know. They know. You're saving it for the
Oh,
Merricks.
oh, Olaf, I was more saying we were going to say it for the Dragonborn, but it could show up for the Merricks too. You never know.
All right. Well, I think we definitely we got a good look at what the Wolverines are capable of, and I think you're right. I think they managed to get some good hits in there, and I think they've got a lot of work to do to get up to the same level as everybody else. But being the new team, this is kind of expected. Their finances, well, that's not my problem. I'll leave it at that. Um, but yeah, there you go, friends. Another good match brought to you by, of course, our friends here on Solaris, Big Dominion, and Donegal. Uh, Countess, anything else before we transition into our next segment?
Always, Olaf, it's good to be here. Good to be with you in the interview room, and can't wait for the next match.
Outstanding. All right, well, coming up next, we do have whatever it was I said before the match that I can't remember now, and I don't have the cue cards in front of me, so we'll just have to say, hopefully you enjoy that. We do have one more match remaining this week. The other expansion team, the Dover Crows, and they'll be taking on one of the fan favorites, of course, the Toria Nationals. More on that as those two teams start getting ready to come out here shortly. And then, of course, we exit all of that. Lights go out, and you know, eventually the Countess is escorted out uh, under her own power. I don't want to make it sound like she was
Yes,
let out by
yes,
security, but
yes.
probably if she is
Not
let out, but
yet.
it's her
Not
security
yet.
that's leading her
Yes,
out
here's
because
the cure.
there's probably some intern with a clipboard going, "All right, now we have to go to." But yeah, no, that was a good match. Unfortunate as fuck for the Wolverines in their first show.
Yeah.
But I've got some work to do with them. I think there might be a Phoenix Hawk getting sold off.
I will say I will say that, above the board, out of character, that I mean, even though I had two heavies and a light in that match, there was a lot of maneuverability brought to the table from the Wolverines. I
Oh yeah,
mean, basically all of their mechs could jump and none of mine could. So,
yeah.
well, except for the
The
Jenner. The
Jenner,
Jenner
the
had,
Jenner could,
yeah,
but
the
it
Jenner.
didn't have the
But I mean,
range.
yeah, the Jenner is just really more. Jumping is like its weaker state. It's much it's much
Yeah,
faster. It's better if it can run.
yeah. It's better that jump is there when it can't run because the terrain is shit.
Yeah,
That's
or
really
it
what the
lost a
That's
leg.
yeah. That's really what the Jenner's jumping capabilities for is to effectuate getting out of contact when the terrain is shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And otherwise running is not an option.
Or when
Um,
it's lost a leg and managed to stand up and it can do one last DFA before it goes
yep,
into the
yep,
strap.
yep, exactly. All right, well, Phil Hammer, thank you again. It was a good match. I'm excited to get back into it. Obviously, this is match 4 of 5. Got 9 weeks of regular season competition, and then I think I haven't mentioned that out loud yet. I'm looking at the playoffs, basically including all 10 teams, but based on your positioning, will be where you're seated at.
Yeah.
I think that'll be an interesting way to do the tournament, or excuse me, the playoffs that allows everybody to participate, and so we don't end up with, not that Luke had a problem with it, but just so we don't have hard feelings or people that get to play more than
Yeah.
others or whatever the case might be.
Yeah.
Of course, like I said, your overall positioning will determine where in that tournament bracket you end up, but um, I'm curious to see how that's going to work out. And of course, I'm just curious to see how the entire league plays out for the
Yeah.
for the whole season. I'm really hoping that the Industrialists, the Crows, or the Wolverines end up near the top. just because I got to favor the underdog slash my personal favorite team, the Industrialists.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Fo, last question for you: where can people find you on the internet if they wanted to stalk you?
Well, I'm of course, active on the Greek domain. You could also find me on the AP Gaming Real Discord, and in addition to doing the Mega Mech Trios League, I also participate in the uh, uh, Grimdark James Blood Bowl series. So you can find me over there with this guy, Omar Krieg. So
Yep, the Norskin Marauders will return next season with Asa at the helm. I just got to figure out how to do the whole draft or
drafting thing, yeah,
redraft or whatever the hell it is.
yeah,
But I think fundamentally it'd be the same team, more or less. So, all right, well, let's get us out of here. Like I said, we got one more match left in this week, and then of course everybody will start shifting gears to the next match, or excuse me, the next week. Bo, your next opponent. I'm actually looking it up right now. Oh, ironically, we were just talking about them. Your next opponent is the American Industrialist. So
it's the
please,
Industrialist, of course. Yes,
please plan for all the trolley bits, both yours
yes,
and mine, because
yep.
the Industrialists are definitely going to troll some people.
Oh yeah.
And speaking of the Industrialists, they had a pretty good match yesterday. Didn't go in the direction I wanted it to go. Let's just say that. I don't want to give away too many spoilers. I probably just dropped a massive one there. So but you know what? If you're skipping videos in the playlist, that's on you. That's not on me. All right, let's get out of here. Fo, I'm going to end the recording. Of course, we can stick around for a moment or two after that. But again, thanks for the match.
Yep.
Good game. Looking forward to plenty more. All right,
Yeah,
my friends.
I mean,
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
oh, another. I was going to say, I don't know if, but I was going to say, looking forward to see what the Rock City Wolverines can do, especially if they kind of head in that direction with being high mobility. I think that could be a real good asset there if they kind of lean into that. It definitely showed that there's a lot of potential there that I think is really kind of something, not just in BattleTech, but in general in BattleTech that is really kind of underscored that jump jet maneuverability.
Yeah. And there was definitely some. I've mentioned this with a couple of the other players. I'm definitely trying to go in a direction where each of the GM teams have a slightly different flavor or tactical approach or something to make them a little bit more unique against the rest of them. And one of the things I was
Yeah.
looking at with the Wolverines, because I had used them a couple of times in a test match or two with my oldest son to get him prepped for how to do Mega Mech. Um, and one of the things I noticed, especially with these three mechs here tonight, is the high mobility, lots of maneuvering options, and the potential for some really good weapons overlap,
Yeah.
uh, where you can pretty much reach across the board fairly well with all three in various situations. And of course, tonight it didn't work in my favor too well. You were able to close a little bit faster than I was hoping for. And of course, once you got close, that's when most of my mechs started falling apart. So, but anyway, enough talking. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you, my friends, for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed the show. We've got plenty more. If you enjoyed the show, strongly recommend, of course, like, share, subscribe, all the other dumb things that streamers say and YouTubers say. But also, more importantly, come to the Krieg Dominion Discord server. Hang out with us. See what's going on. Get a few glimpses behind the scenes. And who knows, maybe one day you'll be participating in something silly like this, too. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking because otherwise I'm just going to be rambling. Have a good one, my friends. Stay safe out there. We'll see you again soon.